I finally learned to stop setting myself on fire to keep other people warm. Good morning, happy people. How we doing today? It's Thursday again. What is it with me and Thursdays? I don't know. How's everybody doing today? Everybody good? I'm having coffee here at the facility because I slept my ass off this morning, y'all. I just got up, let's see, it's almost 11 o'clock. I just got up an hour ago. Listen, sometimes a girl needs to rest, you know what I mean? That means I didn't have time to be sitting at home talking with Mr. Soap Chef. I needed to get over here and get crack-a-lackin'. So what are we doing today? I don't know. Why am I asking you guys what we're doing today? You have no idea. Anyways, this is what we're doing today. I thought that this would be fun and interesting because there's a lot of people starting to get excited and interested in making bath bombs. And there's so much confusion out there, and what to use and how to use it and what recipe, and this isn't working. And over the last few weeks I've seen a lot of people having a lot of trouble trying to unmold the PEEP mold. Specifically, I want to say it's a Cada mold. That's what I've been seeing. Not that that makes any difference, you know, who the supplier is. I personally don't feel it does make a difference, but anyways, that's beside the point. So what we're going to do today is I have actually went and retrieved from all of my molds that I have. I have a crap ton of Cada molds, Chunk of Dust, the Maker Shop, and I have some from Inedible Soaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Creation Station, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look at every single one of the types of molds that we can use for making bath bombs, and then we're going to make a couple of those bath bombs using the molds from those suppliers with their recipe that they provide for you. When you place an order with them, they will provide you with a little card that either has a link to go and get the recipe, or it is the recipe itself. The only one I don't have, and I can't remember, I don't think that the Maker Shop includes a recipe with their molds. And I've looked on their Etsy shop, and I've looked on their regular website. And so Melissa, if you're watching this, I don't know, I should have actually reached out to you beforehand. But so we're just going to go ahead and use my recipe. But that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to go over all the different types of molds that there are to use, how to use them, what the different components are, and we're going to make them. So we're going to go ahead and make them with the recipe that the supplier has given to you. And you can find these all over the internet. Like, you can go onto Cada's website and find their recipe. You can go into their group, find their recipe. Same thing with Chunk of Dust. Inedible Soaps, I'm not really quite sure if you can find it easily, but they do include the card with your purchase when you purchase molds from them. So that's what we're going to do today. Without further ado, do you want to go and get crack-a-lackin' with me? Come on, let's go. Okay, friends, we are over here at Creation Station. I'm going to try to zoom through this as quick as I can because there's a lot to get through, and then plus we're going to be making things today, okay? So this is going to be a really lengthy video, but I want to go over all of the different types of molds that you can use to make bath bombs, okay? So we're going to start off with the stuff that's closest to me. Let's just get that out of the way. So these are soft silicone molds. You can use silicone molds to make your bath bombs, okay? So here's some bunnies. Here's some ducks. Let's see, we got some bunny butts over here. We've got some big eggs. And you can also use these silicone ice cube trays as well. We've got the round ones, and it's got a silicone bottom. And then we've got these square ones also with a silicone bottom. A lot of people like to use these when they're making their embeds. The only thing with these is that I personally have found is to let them sit in the mold overnight before you start to try to push them out. And it's all dependent on your recipe as well. My personal recipe, if I try to pop them out of here as soon as I have molded them, the top part here that I'm pushing down on to get them out of the mold starts to crumble and break off. So I have found that leaving them in the mold overnight is a better way to go. So there we have your silicone molds, and you can use those to make bath bombs if you'd like. I personally do not, because I don't, the detail on them, in my personal opinion, in my personal experience, is not as good as some of the other options that we have. All right, next on the list we have a mooncake press. You can get these everywhere, but it comes like this, and then there's discs that come with it. So you push the bottom part up, you put your disc on, give it a little twist in there, and then you can go ahead and fill your bath bomb mix in here. Push, push, push. You turn it upside down, press it. But we'll do the demo on all of these type of things. I'm just giving you an idea of the types of molds that you can use to make your bath bombs, okay? Next, we have our stainless steel. These are round ones. I got these from Brambleberry. So these are just your stainless steel. Oh, there goes my little tag. Okay, these are just half round sphere stainless steel molds. I got those from Brambleberry. Next, we have another stainless, and this is called a melon baller or a meat baller, whichever you'd like to call it. It's called both things. Here we go, my little signs that I made. Okay, so there's that. What else do we have? You can also use cookie cutters. We've got a couple of cookie cutters here. They're just made out of aluminum. Here's a, what is this? Oh, it's a baby carriage. A baby carriage and a little baby bottle. You can use those. What else? All right, let's get rid of these ones here. These are considered to be vacuum molds. If you guys don't know the name of these are vacuum molds. This particular one comes from Jody Hansen's studio. And if you guys have watched my channel for any length of time whatsoever, you will know that I have two go-tos when it comes to the vacuum press molds, and they are Jody Hansen and also Wild Time Studio. In my personal opinion, here, let me back it up here, there we go. And in my experience, these are the best ones out there on the market. I've tried them all. Believe me when I tell you, I have tried them all. And these ones release like a dream. They're fantastic. All right, next up we have aluminum molds. Whee, my little sign of aluminum. Okay, and these come in many different shapes and forms. These are just the half round spheres, which you will see a lot of creators using these. A lot of them. I don't, but a lot of creators do. So there's the half round. They come in, you know, you can get any type of shape, really. The only thing you need to pay attention to with this is citric acid can, will, and absolutely does corrode your aluminum. So I wouldn't be leaving your bath bomb in the mix for any length of time. I would be molding, unmolding, and giving this a nice good wash so that these will last you for a while. This is huge. There's a little bundt cake, and by little I mean no, that's huge. And that's just another. These are just different types of aluminum. Oh look, I still have my little tags on there. Only paid what, 59 cents for that. Cool. All right, so these are your aluminum molds. Next, you can get into hard plastic. And again, these come in a variety of shapes, sizes, designs, the whole nine. Pretty much every time I go out to a store, you guys, it's free game. whatever I see as a potential mold as far as I'm concerned. But here's a little plastic shot glass. Get this at the Dollar Tree. I think they come in a pack of 6, but you can absolutely use that. Stuff your bath bomb mix in there and either leave it in there and decorate the top, or you can get it on out of there. Also Dollar Tree, these come apart. They're 2 halves. These are things that I use. I will put the bath bomb mix in here and then just leave it in there. You know, and then the kids can unmold that themselves. The only thing about these are, it's going to take a hell of a long time for these to dry, you know, because there's no air getting to them. So they might be still damp inside of this mold for quite some time. This is the same type of situation. Dollar Tree, they come in halves like this. So you can either make a half of the mold and unmold it like that, or you can keep them inside of the mold until you're ready to unmold, or just leave them in there and give them out like that, whatever your choice is. This you will see a lot. You will see a lot of creators using the half-round plastic molds like this. A lot of them. I don't, but a lot of people do. This is also a plastic mold. This is a unicorn horn. And so what I do is this is the mold that well, one of the molds, because I have several. But anyways, I'll put my mix in there, and then I will use another unicorn horn to press it down in there and make sure that everything is getting packed in there and all the details are coming out really nicely. This is another type of, you'll see this desserts. You'll see like whipped and mousse type desserts. If you go out to eat, go to any type of like a Chinese buffet in particular, they will have these filled with cakes, puddings, mousse, tiramisu, a lot of different things. But you can also use these as a bath bomb mold. Another type of a hard plastic mold. Another different shape of a hard plastic mold. Like a little sundae cup. All of these can be used to make bath bombs. Next, and before we get to the different types of 3D molds, let's talk about hybrid molds, okay? This one I had to write because I almost forgot about the hybrid molds. Now, hybrid molds to me are new. I've never heard of them until this year. I've never used them until this year. I don't like them. And I'm just being honest. This has nothing to do with the company, the mold itself, the people. It has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I don't care for them. I don't like them. They don't work well for me. And again, if you guys have been around for any length of time, you see me making a crap ton of bath bombs all of the time. I don't like these. I just don't. And I won't buy them again because I don't like them. But this particular one comes with several different plates. And this was the earth, wind, fire, whatever all the elements are. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about these. They're called hybrids because they're supposed to be a cross between a vacuum form and a 3D mold. They're supposed to be a cross between the two of these. I don't know. I don't make them. I didn't make them. I don't know how they're made. So I don't really, I can't speak authoritatively on that. I don't like anything about them. I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the way that they perform. I just don't like them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't shoot me, okay? But these, and I have a few of them. Put that on the bottom so I know what's what here. Oh, come on. That's just one example, and this is another example. And this, wow, hello. I don't know, I don't like it, you guys. For those of you that have purchased and adore the hybrid molds, good for you, man. Good for you. I personally don't care for them, and I won't use them anymore. Matter of fact, I want to say that these are up for sale on my website. This one in particular, I had a real hell of a time with. I didn't understand the concept at all. It's not a bottomless mold, yet it's kind of made so that it kind of is a bottomless mold, but it doesn't perform like it, and it doesn't mold or unmold like it, nor does the finished product sit upright without falling over. It's just a hot mess. But I'm showing you these just because it's an option for making bath bombs, okay? So those are your hybrid molds. All right, now we're moving on to our 3D molds, okay? So we're gonna turn that over because that's Kata's recipe. All right, so first up, all right, so we have Kata, and there is their website as well as their Etsy shop. So, like I said, when you purchase from Kata, you will receive this in your package. And right here, it shows you where to get their bath bomb recipe. So we're going to be doing that because I printed it off separately here. If you guys want to take a screenshot of that, that is the Kata bath bomb recipe. We are going to be making that shortly. But the two different types of 3D molds, all right, so they consist of a bottom plate, an outside shell, and a plunger. The plunger allows you to make whatever size you would like. You're not restricted to, you know, cups where you can really kind of only make the one size. Like this, like the egg, the dinosaur egg, is 2 cups and an outer shell. So you're kind of stuck with the size is the size is the size with cups. There's really not a lot you can do about it other than making your Saturn ring as big or as small as you'd like. Okay, so those are the two different types of 3D molds. Well, there's a third type as well, but we'll get into that momentarily. All right, so that's from Kata. Next up, we have Chunk of Dust. Okay, and here's Chunk of Dust's recipe. So here is a mold from Chunk of Dust that consists of a bottom plate, a plunger, and an outer shell. We're going to be doing this one later because everybody has trouble with this. This is their bathtub mold, which I absolutely adore. Love, love, love this. It really is very easy to use once you get the hang of it. I know it looks like it's really intimidating, but we're going to do another demo. I've done the demo on my channel before, but we're going to do it again later on with their recipe, okay? So let's get that back on here. So that's from Chunk of Dust. Next up, we have the Maker Shop, and there's their website as well as their Etsy shop. Okay, so once again, we've got the 3D mold, which consists of the bottom plate, an outer shell, and a top plunger, so that you can make this as thick or as skinny as you'd like. So those are plates and plungers. But they also have a lot of molds as well that are the cups with the outer shell. So there's the 2 cups and the outer shell. All right, that's the Maker Shop. And then we have Inedible Soaps. There's their Etsy shop. This is what you will receive in your package when you order from them. This is their bath bomb recipe. I have gone ahead and put it, over here. So we're going to be making that later and using their molds with their recipe. Okay, so also here's theirs. So it consists of 2 plates and an outer shell. Now, all of the molds that I have purchased from them have this lip on the bottom of their shell, which I'm not used to, but I've gotten used to it because most of the molds that they create have this bottom lip on it. It's not just a complete shell where you can, you know, bring this up and down once you're starting to make your bath bombs. It doesn't hinder anything. It's just a little bit of a learning curve. And then here is what I was talking about as far as a bottomless mold is concerned. Now this is a true bottomless mold, okay? So there's an outer shell, of course, and yes, it does have that lip on the inside. It's got that lip. And then you have your 2 cups. Oops. But it's bottomless. There's no bottom in it, which allows the bath bomb in the end to sit flat and not topple over. Okay, so that is that. Hold please. We are also going to be demoing a bunch of our own molds that we have been creating, and a lot of people have been asking me this, especially recently, if we are going to start selling our molds. And the quick and dirty answer to that is yes, but also no. Yes, in that we will be selling certain molds that we're making. We're not designers, okay? That's the main point. We are not designers, and at this point, I have zero desire to be a mold supplier. These people that I just talked to you about, Kata, Chunka, the Maker Shop, and Edible Soaps, they're doing it right. They know what they're doing. They're good at what they do. Let them do it. Let them be the suppliers. I make my own now only to save myself money. That does not mean I am not ever going to purchase again from those other companies. As I always say, I like to sprinkle my money around. I like to support small business. I like to give everybody an opportunity, you know, to present their stuff and have me use their stuff. I don't get paid for any of this. Nobody is throwing me a whole bunch of free product or anything like that. I just do this because I use their products. I like their products and I'm good at it. So why not? But we are going to start selling to friends. You know, those of you who are subscribers, those of you who follow us on our Facebook group, our Instagram, a lot of people have been asking, are you going to start selling? Are you going to start selling? And with the limited files that we have, which we purchase from other people who designed them, yes, we will be selling, but we are not going to be a mold distributor. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Anyways, here is a mold that we created. This is a shell. This is a plunger, plate, outer shell. I haven't even used most of these. I haven't even used yet because I haven't had the time. What is this? Oh, I know what this one is. This one is our chick in the broken egg. Again, these are our molds that we printed ourselves. I have not used these yet. We will be. Let me see if I can find any that have a plunger. I think this might be a plunger, the unicorn. Yeah. All right, so we've got the unicorn horn here. The unicorn head, I should say. All right, so here we've got the bottom plate. We've got the outside shell, and then we've got the plunger to make it as thick or thin as we want to. And I'll just show you guys just a couple of more, okay? We've got a Miss Kitty. Again, there's a big plunger, plate, Miss Kitty. Yeah, we are not designers. However, that being said, Mr. Soap Chef is learning. It's going to take him quite some time, but he's learning, and he's doing quite well, I must say. All right, so we just have a bunch of molds in here, you guys. I'm not going to go through every single one. You know, some of the ones that we've done recently, just a big flower, plunger, plate, shell. Of course, I've got my peep. You guys saw with the peep. What is this one? This is just a round, I think. Oh, this is the chill pill on both sides. Wait, that's upside down. Well, whatever. You guys get it. That's the chill pill. Huge plunger on that one. All right, so anyways, you guys get it, okay? So there's a bunch of molds in here that we created ourselves. A whole box of them, actually. Most of which I haven't used yet because I haven't had the time really. So we're printing them, but I haven't used them yet. So in answer to everybody's question, if you would like a mold from us, you would like to purchase one of these molds, or you have anything in mind, you can always send me a message and say, hey, listen, do you happen to have blah, blah, blah mold? And I'll see if I have it or if I can get it. Okay, so that's the answer to that. We are not becoming a mold supplier. No, thank you, ma'am. These people do a great job. I'll let them do it. I'm just making my own to save money because I'm not spending $1,000 again this year. Okay, give me just a second, you guys. I'm going to clean up all this stuff. We're going to come back. We're going to start making bath bombs using the recipes from these mold suppliers and their molds. Okay, give me 1 second.